What if an ancient legend wasn't just a story? Today, we're going to dive into a real-life scientific puzzle from Sierra Leone, a set of very strange, very blue stones that have left modern science absolutely scratching its head.
And this is really the question at the heart of it all, isn't it? I mean, are we looking at some kind of weird geological thing? Or could these stones be something else? Something much more out there, like fragments of technology not from this world.
You see, the roots of this mystery go way, way back. They're born from local legend. But then, in 1991, that legend basically crashed into our modern world, when the stones were actually physically found. It's this incredible moment where a mythical past meets a very real scientific present.
Okay, so to really get a handle on these stones, we have to start with the story. This isn't some new theory somebody just cooked up. This is an ancient tale, one that's been passed down for generations. They call it the legend of the sky turning to stone.
Now, at the very core of this legend is this huge, world-changing event. The folklore talks about a time when these incredibly powerful beings came down from the heavens, and as they arrived, pieces of the sky itself, these bright blue stones, just rained down on the earth.
And get this, these gods, they have a name, the Normally. The stories say they were beings from the sky, and the falling blue stones were literally the announcement of their arrival. So right from the very beginning, these artifacts were tied to something not of this earth.
Is a fantastic story, right? But what happens when you take that myth and put it under a microscope? Well, that's where we're going next, into the world of hard science, to see what secrets these stones are really holding.
So when scientists finally got their hands on these stones, the investigation was huge. I want you to remember this number, 12, because that's how many different labs were left completely puzzled by what they found. And we're not talking about just any old labs here. No, we're talking about 12 acclaimed scientific institutions all around the globe. Each one got a piece of this puzzle. And you know what? Instead of finding an answer, the results just made the mystery even deeper. The result was, it was a total scientific deadlock. Some labs said the origin was terrestrial, from Earth. Others were just as sure it was extraterrestrial. Some said, hey, the composition is kind of like turquoise, but others found a crystalline structure that is completely unknown to science. Think about that, a molecular arrangement we have never seen before, not in nature, not in a lab. So the main takeaway? After all that work, there is zero scientific consensus, none.
So what happens when the known laws of science just throw their hands up in the air? Well, that's when you start to get some pretty extraordinary theories. And this deadlock over the sky stones has led to one prime theory that tries to explain the unexplainable. Now, to get this theory, you gotta understand a key piece of our own aerospace technology, the ablative heat shield. It's basically a material designed to char and burn away when a spacecraft re-enters the atmosphere. It's a sacrificial layer that carries all that insane heat away from the vehicle and protects whatever or whoever is inside. And that brings us right to the heart of this incredible theory. You've got their weird, unknown composition, you've got the legend of them falling from the sky, so could these blue stones actually be the shattered pieces of an ancient alien heat shield, a material that was designed to burn up and break apart as it entered our atmosphere? So after all that, where does this leave us? Well, we're stuck with two powerful, completely conflicting narratives. It makes the sky stone mystery a truly fascinating and very open case. On one hand, you have the ancient legend. It's a simple, powerful story about gods coming from the sky, as pieces of it literally fall to the earth. And then, on the other hand, you have the modern lab report. 12 of our best institutions looking at the physical evidence and finding themselves in a total scientific stalemate.
And that's exactly where the sky stone mystery is today. You've got these two stories running side by side that just can't be reconciled. An ancient tale of visitors from the stars, and a very modern, very real scientific confusion.
Which brings us to the final question, and it's one for you to think about. What are we really looking at here? An impossible legend? Or an impossible technology? The evidence doesn't point clearly one way or the other, and it just leaves us all to wonder.